Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Corporate Finance online classes. This is Dr. Mahesh M. Monjeri, Assistant Professor from Department of Management Studies, SDM College of Engineering and Technology, Dharwad. So, dear students, now we are learning about the second decision of a finance manager, that is a financing decision. So, the decisions involved in this situation are, so what should be the total, what should be the capital structure? So capital structure, when we say what should be the proportion of debt and equity capital in the total capital. So as debt carries a fixed sources of fixed cost, okay, that is the interest on debentures or interest on term loan. So this interest, okay, these sources of such sources of finance like debentures or term loan, okay, give a leverage to the company. The presence of such fixed cost sources of funds, okay, have a magnifying effect on the earning per share of the company. This is what we have learned so far. And then we started, okay, learning how to calculate the three types of leverages: degree of operating leverage, degree of financial leverage, and degree of combined leverage. So let's continue with the numerical problems, and let us solve today one more problem. Okay. Students, I hope we can see the PDF file.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and in Google Classroom, I have already shared chapter number 18 PowerPoint presentation as well as the solved numericals. Okay, this PDF file is already shared. Okay, so you can refer them to have a better understanding. You can read and come to class. And after the class, remember you need to write the numerical problems in the fair notebook. That constitutes CTA 1 for 5 marks. And at the end of the unit, I give some problems to solve on your own, like homework. So that will be should be written in another notebook. That carries another 5 marks. Yeah, this is the problem that we solved in the previous class. Now let us move on to the next problem. Okay, so the problem is straight. Calculate a degree of operating leverage if the sales revenue of a firm are 1,60,000, variable costs are 80,000, and EBIT, that is earnings before interest and taxes, are 40,000 rupees. So it is for a 3-mark, it's a 3-mark question. Solution is straight and simple. Degree of operating leverage is equal to sales minus variable cost divided by EBIT. So sales are 1,60,000 minus variable costs are 80,000. So the difference amount I have written directly, which is considered as a contribution, is 80,000 divided by EBIT 40,000. So degree of operating leverage in this case is 2. Okay, so that's how we can solve. So such simple problems will appear for 3 marks. Okay, so you can always earn all the marks very easily. Now let us go ahead with the calculation of all 3 types of leverages. Okay, so that is degree of operating leverage, degree of financial leverage, and degree of combined leverage. Okay, so in this problem they have given the balance sheet as well as the income statement readily given. Then they asked you to determine the degree of operating, financial, and combined leverage. See, the difference is in the previous problem, this income statement to find out EBIT, okay, as well as interest. Okay, we prepared it separately as a working note. You should remember. Then we went ahead and started calculating the 3 types of leverages. But in this problem, the teacher is very kind enough, it looks like. Okay, so the income statement is also readily given in the problem itself. Okay, so this should be more easier compared to the previous problem. So let's go ahead with the problem. Balance sheet as on March 31st. Liabilities equity capital 10 rupees per share is the market price of each equity share. The equity capital amounts to 8 lakh in the total capital. Debt capital amounts to 6 lakh rupee in the total capital, and the debt carries 10% interest. Retained earnings are 3,50,000 in the total capital. Okay, and the current liabilities are 1,50,000. On the total liability side, it is 19 lakh rupees. Okay, so those who are non-commerce students, why we write equity capital, debt capital, or retained earnings on the liability side? Yes, anybody who commerce students who can tell?
Because it should be returned back, sir.
Excellent. Okay, the amount invested by the equity shareholders, term loan taken, or amount lent by the debenture holders is a liability for the company. Company needs to pay it back in some time in future. So that's why we consider it as a liability. Very good. Thank you. Then assets include net fixed assets 10 lakh rupees, and the current assets are 9 lakh rupees. So total 19 lakh rupees, and the balance sheet tallies. It should always tally. Then this income statement is also given in the problem itself. Sales are 3,40,000 rupees. Operating expenses, see there is a small twist here. They are given including 60,000 depreciation. Okay, so it is 1,20,000 rupees. So what is that twist? Depreciation is a non-cash cost. I repeat, depreciation is a non-cash cost. Okay, so the actual operating expenses are, these are nothing but variable expenses. Actual variable expenses are 1,20,000 minus 60,000 depreciation. So actual variable expenses are only 60,000 rupees. So this is the twist. So though this problem is simpler compared to previous one, but they have put a small twist here. And those who don't attend the class or those who do not understand, they will make a mistake. Okay, and they will consider all variable cost at 1,20,000 rupees, and their answers will be wrong. So sales minus operating expenses, EBIT is 2,20,000 rupees. Less interest, 60,000 rupees. So as you can see, debt capital is 6 lakh rupees. 10% is the rate of interest. 10% of 6 lakh is 60,000. So this is straight. So the difference is EBT, earnings before taxes. That is 1,60,000 rupees. Okay. Less taxes. Tax rate, I think it is missing here, or the same rate is taken from the previous problem. That is here. Yeah. Tax rate was 50% in this case. Here, yeah, data on tax rate is missing. 1 minute. Sorry, we don't need okay, income tax rate. We don't need the tax rate because this data is also given in the problem itself, so it doesn't matter. So tax amount is directly given in the problem itself, 56,000 rupees. So 1,60,000 minus 56,000 is equal to 1,04,000 rupees is the EAT, earnings after taxes or net earnings. Okay. And what you have been asked, determine the degree of operating, financial, and combined leverages at the current sales level. If all operating expenses other than depreciation are variable cost. See, they have clearly mentioned all operating expenses other than depreciation are variable cost. Okay, so the meaning of this sentence has to be understood by the students. Okay, so variable cost will be, you have to take 1,20,000 minus depreciation, which is 60,000. So variable costs will be only 60,000. So if you do not consider this, then your answer will be wrong, as you will consider all 1,20,000 as variable cost. So this is a simpler one, as I mentioned. So let's go ahead directly with the solution. First, let us find out the degree of operating leverage. We know the formula sales minus variable cost divided by EBIT. We know the sales, that is 3,40,000 rupees given in the problem. And variable cost, a small twist, as I mentioned, it is they have given all operating expenses other than depreciation are variable cost. So to arrive at variable cost, we need to deduct depreciation from the total operating expenses. So operating expenses are 1,20,000. We need to deduct depreciation, which is minus 60,000. So variable costs are only 60,000 rupees. So 3,40,000 minus 60,000 divided by EBIT, which is 2,20,000. So fill the data in the given formula. So 3,40,000 sales minus operating expenses, variable expenses 60,000, all divided by EBIT 2,20,000. So if you simplify using a calculator, you will find out the degree of operating leverage, which is 1.27, which is 1.27. Okay, so dear students, any questions so far? Any questions? Anybody having any questions? Any doubts, any difficulties? Yeah, keep responding. Kind yes or no, okay, would be very beautiful. It is not embarrassing.
No, sir.
Thank you, Vedesh. Thank you so much. At least yes, no, I should be able to hear your voice. Okay. So yeah, you can see the PDF file again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So now let's go ahead with the
Yes, sir.
calculation of a degree of financial leverage. Formula is EBIT divided by EBIT minus interest. So EBIT we know, which is 2,20,000. 2,20,000 divided by 2,20,000 minus interest. So in this case, it is readily given. Okay. So interest is 60,000 rupees. Okay, so 2,20,000 EBIT divided by 2,20,000 EBIT minus 60,000 interest. So once you simplify, the answer will be 1.37. Okay. So the degree of financial leverage is 1.37. Now, you know, it's very easy to find out the degree of combined leverage. Degree of combined leverage can be simply obtained, okay, by multiplying degree of operating leverage by degree of financial leverage. So degree of operating leverage is 1.27. So 1.27 into degree of financial leverage 1.37 is equal to 1.75. So degree of a combined leverage of this company is 1.75. Okay, so our total risk of the firm is 1.75. So how do we interpret? The earning per share of this company. Okay. If the sales of this company change by 1%, the earning per share of this company will also change by 1.75%, more than that of the percentage change in sales. Or for example, if this company's sales increase by 1%, the company's earning per share will increase by 1.75%. And vice versa, if the company's sales decrease by 1%, the company's earning per share will decrease by more than that 1.75%. So this is the magnifying effect. We call it leverage. So this happens only under the presence of fixed cost sources of funds like debt capital. Maybe the company has raised capital by way of a term loan. Term loan means a long-term loan. Or the company has raised capital by way of issue of debentures. Okay, so these two types are called the debt capital. So leverage exists only when in the presence of fixed cost sources of funds. When the finance manager raises capital from debt source. So that's all about this problem. So anybody having any type of doubts, questions, clarifications, or conceptual clarity of degree of combined leverage, you can ask and clarify your doubts.
No, sir.
Okay, so are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay, anybody else? Other than Keshav, anybody else? Any doubts? Any questions?
No, sir. No questions.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so then first let me complete attendance and then let's decide what we're going to do in the remaining time. So this is the 45th class. We will have another total 52 classes. So 7 classes will be remaining after this. Okay. Means 2 more weeks.
One
Okay.
week now, sir.
No, 7 classes. No. See, next week I will have, correct. This week as well as next week. Okay. This week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Then tomorrow is holiday or what? Any notice you have received?
No, sir. No notice, but government holidays are Moharram.
Maybe they will post at 5 o'clock in the evening anyway. So 1 class in this week, if tomorrow is a holiday, then 5 classes next week, 6 classes, 1 more class will remain. Okay, let's see later. Abhijit,
Yes, sir.
Abhishek,
Present, sir.
okay. You have seen the makeup timetable, right, Abhishek?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Align,
Present, sir.
Amrut,
Present, sir.
Anagha,
Present, sir.
Anusha Kautekar,
Present, sir.
Anusha Achari,
Present, sir.
Anushri,
Present, sir.
Ashwini,
Present, sir.
Asra,
Yes, sir.
Swati,
Present, sir.
Balappa, Bharti,
Present, sir.
Chinmay.
Sir, Balappa is present, sir.
Yes, thank you. Chinmay is present. Deepa,
Yes, sir.
Dodda Basaya.
Sir, present, sir. Hello.
Yes, present. Ganesh,
Present, sir.
Hiranna,
Yes, sir.
Shrikant, Shrikant is absent. Then Karthik,
Yes, sir.
Lakshmikant,
Yes, sir.
Manjula,
Yes, sir.
Manjunath, present. Then Mustawa,
Present, sir.
Nagamegha,
Present, sir.
Nagaraj, Nagaraj. Then Nagashri.
Present, sir.
Okay. Sakshi,
Present, sir.
yes. Pawan,
Present, sir.
Pavitra,
Present, sir.
yes. Somebody is trying to speak.
Sir, Dakshi was present, sir.
Yeah, I have marked her present. I heard her. Thank you. Then Pooja Ballari,
Present, sir.
Pooja Jian,
Present, sir.
Pooja Kadam,
Present, sir.
Purna,
Present, sir.
Pradnya,
Present, sir.
Praveen, Puneet, Rakesh,
Present, sir.
Ruchita,
Yes, sir.
Keshav,
Present, sir.
yeah, Sahana,
Yes, sir.
Samiksha,
Present, sir.
Sanjana. Sanjana is not present. Then Sankalp,
Present, sir.
then Sanket Kumar, Shilpa MN,
Present, sir.
Shilpa Ganji, Shiva Kumar,
Sir, present, sir. Shivakumar present.
then Shruti, then Saurabh, Saurabh is not present. Then Srujana,
Yes, sir.
Suman,
Present, sir.
Sumukh,
Yes, sir.
Sushmita,
Present, sir.
okay. Swati, Pola, then Tabassum,
Yes, sir.
Uday Kumar, then Vaishnavi,
Present, sir.
Varsha,
Present, sir.
Vedesh,
Present, sir.
Nishad. Anybody who skipped attendance or who was unable to give attendance call?
Srikant, sir. He was present, sir.
Sahana is marked present already.
Srikant, sir. Srikant.
Srikant.
Yes.
Sanjana also. Okay.
Manjunath.
Manjunath is marked present. Now only is Srikant. Manjunath is marked present. Yes. So anybody else remaining? Uday present. Uday. Yeah, Uday is also marked present. Yeah, anybody else? Okay, so if all have completed attendance, okay, so then 1 minute. 104. Okay, so if you can tell me how we are going to spend the time productively for next 5 to 10 minutes, I will follow you. Okay, so otherwise I have something on my mind. Please tell me.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, just put a light on how to approach the HR to give us an internship opportunity.
Very
sir.
good, very good. It will be very productive.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
so Vedesh requests to guide you or guide him on how to approach the managers in the company. Okay, so first let me give a brief background. In my 1 hour session, okay, I have very beautifully and step by step with the help of a PowerPoint slide, I have explained how to approach the managers of the company so that they can understand the nature of work you are looking into their company. But absolutely no, I have shared the PowerPoint slides. Video also part 1, part 2 I have uploaded and I shared the link in the Google Classroom. Okay, those who still need clarity after this also, now once again I'm going to explain in detail. But those who do not understand, you can always refer the PPT as well as refer the video once again. But now just let me continue. Okay, the first thing required for you, Vedesh or any other student who will need guidance in this regard, you need to read. Okay, you read the syllabus copy, part of the syllabus copy which I have shared in the Google Classroom to understand what exactly is internship. because our internship is different from other colleges. That is the first thing. If you do not read, okay, your own understanding of the internship will be very poor. So which will reflect when you meet the company manager. You won't be able to explain confidently, properly to the HR manager or any manager in the company. So that is the first thing. Read the portion of the syllabus copy which I have shared in the Google Classroom about internship. Okay, now second thing, you can take a printout of the PowerPoint presentation which I have shared in the Google Classroom, which I have used during my presentation. So how it will help, say in case if you forget, if you go to a retail store, so if the store manager asks what kind of a job you are looking for, you can refer the PPT slide and explain. Absolutely, there is no problem. Absolutely, there is no problem. If you approach a branch manager of a bank, branch manager of a life insurance company, branch manager of a general insurance company, branch manager of a stock broking company, I have listed some of the jobs that have been undertaken by your seniors or alumni during their internship. You can refer the same and you can explain it to the branch manager. So that way you will not forget anything. And when you read out those types of jobs, these managers will be able to understand. Only thing they have to decide is whether the company policy permits them to give such a job for 1 month or not. Okay, so that is second point. Okay, then third point is, I have already told you, okay, that you need to have the knowledge. So our internship is different from other colleges. Okay, and like how you are not able to understand, most of you, in spite of all the information, presentations, training given, it will be more difficult for the company managers to understand what exactly you are looking for or what exactly you want. Okay, so again I will explain you what is how our internship is different from the other internships. Why this term internship comes into picture in India? Okay, so when I was doing MBA in 1998, we had 2 projects, one after semester 2, another after semester 4, and both duration of each was 2 months each, and in a company compulsory. Okay, and the title of this project was Summer Internship Project. More or less accurate, exactly it used to come during summer, May, June, something like that. Okay, so the title was Summer Internship Project. That point in time, 1998, in entire North Karnataka, okay, until 1997, there was only one MBA college in North Karnataka, that is Kausali Institute of Management Studies. Okay, the department in Karnataka University. One more was there, PGDM, offering PGDM in Belagavi. Okay, that belonged to that KLS Society, Karnataka Law Society. Okay, so but affiliated college is only one. Okay, so then 1998, 4 more colleges opened up. One in Hubballi, that is the KLS Society IMSR. Then one in Bijapur, one each in Bijapur, Bagalkot, and one more I don't remember. Bijapur, Bagalkot, and one more district. Okay. So then the first term was summer internship program. That is how this internship word was used. But since then, now also, okay, the nature of project has remained same. It is a research project. A student, like what you have learned in business research methods, you are learning in semester 2, that kind of a research projects were undertaken then also, now also, by any MBA student. So you go to a company, you are rotated into different departments, then you choose, you identify the problem area. Let us say employees are, you may feel employees are not satisfied or the employee productivity is declining. So you undertake a research project. Okay, on employee productivity, for example, or employee satisfaction level, for example, or training need analysis, you will identify, or financial ratio analysis, for example, or the market share of the companies in a given geographical market, or customer perception of your brand. So these kind of studies were undertaken by the students. And this is what the branch managers or company managers are used to it. Okay, so please remember. and different terms were started. Different terms were being tossed up by different colleges and students, like summer internship project, short form of SIP, very popular that term was SIP, short form. Some colleges started calling it project later. Project is started. Some colleges started calling it as a project only. Okay, summer internship project, they just started calling it as a project. Then some other colleges started calling it as an internship. But whatever it is, the nature of project remained same, research project or study project. Now our department, okay, to provide 1 month hands-on work experience to our students, we came out with the innovative idea which is not followed by any other affiliated college. Okay, that is a job internship, where after semester 2 our students will get into a company and work for that company just like an employee for 1 month, and he reported the same, what job was given to him and how he or she did the job, how they performed, their report, they make a report out of it. So only thing we have added company information in part A to that. So company information is not your job, okay, it is only data you have to collect, but what job you do, that you report in part B. Okay, so this is how our internship was different. Okay, and these kinds of internship are mostly found in developed nations and premier institutions. Okay, please try to understand, because MBA students will not have any experience. This 1 month experience will give them a great weightage in the resume, and it will develop your knowledge, attitude, as well as skills. Because when you are given a task, let us say personal selling, okay, or recruitment, for example, okay, so you need certain skills to perform that job. So your skills will improve. To perform that task or job, store operations, you need some knowledge. You will acquire that knowledge. So your knowledge will improve, and you will work under the company employees. So you cannot behave the way you behave in home or in college. So your attitude also will shape to the expectation of the corporate. So this way, this 1 month job internship help improve your knowledge, attitude, and skills. Now, this is what the internship is all about. Then once again, if I want to tell you like what kind of jobs you have to ask, I have told you, if you go to a stock broking company, the best job we can ask there is, okay, sales, inside sales or field sales. Okay, inside sales, you can refer the just dial dictionary of that city or town, then go on making cold calls and find out who is the person, whether the person is interested in opening a demat account with your company, maybe Harvey or Angel or Sher Khan, okay, like that. Field sales, same, you go and visit the potential customer and you will promote the, okay, company, and you will just sell a demat account. You will convince the customer to open a demat account in your stock broking company. So for example, this is what you have to tell the branch manager. If you go to a bank, you can tell, sir, in bank operations or in sales, you please give me a job for 1 month. So sales, when I say again, you can sell any product of the bank, whichever the bank branch manager will permit. So you have to meet the branch manager. In case of stock broking company also, you have to meet the branch manager. Only he will have authority. Remember, bank, you have to meet the branch manager itself. Okay, you can tell, sir, sales or branch operations, you give me any job for 1 month. So that is the requirement of our internship. If further he asks what kind of a job, we can refer the PPT printout, which I'm recommending you to carry. Sales, you can sell savings bank account, current account, or mutual funds, or insurance also will be sold by a bank. Remember, you can sell anything. That you can sell from inside sales, telemarketing, or you can sell the same products in the field sales, okay, job. Branch operations in a bank, which can be given to students, some things as I told, okay, like in the past, some students have worked on verification or verification of the loan applications, okay, or a processing of the bank account opening applications. So these all things are there in the PPT. Once again, I'm explaining. So this way you have to open your mouth, and I think preferably, unless the branch manager prefers to speak in Kannada or your mother tongue, you should be speaking in English. So the same things what I'm telling, you have to reproduce, you have to tell the same things to the branch manager of a bank. Insurance company, life insurance, general insurance, same way you have to go ahead. Okay. Then manufacturing units, if you go, maybe some type of accounting work or HR work, you can ask in general HR or in accounting. Chartered accountants, if you go, you can ask for some type of accounting work. Okay. So they will know what job to assign. But you have to explain them, sir, it is not a study project where we don't study a topic. You can give some examples, but this is a job which I have to do. Which kind of job, if they ask, that is what I explained since last 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Same things are also there in the PowerPoint presentation. And to leave a good impression, to create a good impression, how you should approach the managers. First thing I have told you very clearly, boys and girls, your dressing and grooming should be professional, because MBA, Master of Business Administration, is considered a professional degree. Please know that we are approved by AICTE. All the MBA colleges have to be approved by AICTE, All India Council for Technical Education. So technical education is a professional education. Okay. So why MBA? Though MBA is a non-technical course, then why it has to be approved by AICTE approval? Why AICTE approval is mandatory for MBA? Because MBA is a professional degree. So you should dress and groom in a like a professional, be fitting in a professional manner. Should have a clean shave, boys, clean shave. Okay. Then your uniform you must use compulsory, with or without blazer, but rest all accessories should be there. Comb your hair properly, clean shave, wear the full suit. Okay. You can remove the blazer if it is too humid or hot. Carry your identity card. If no identity card, carry the request letters. Okay, then speak politely, introduce yourself first in English, then you explain the reason why you are there, then they will pay some attention. Otherwise, they'll be very busy engaged in something. They may not be actually listening or attentive to you, and you will go on speaking. There also the confusion creates. Girls also, uniform is compulsory. Okay, then comb your hair properly. Okay, you can apply light makeup, absolutely no problem in that. Touch up, as our CR says. Okay. So you can go with a little touch up. Okay, then introduce yourself properly, explain the requirement. Okay, if they don't understand, you can refer the PowerPoint which I have shared with you. Okay, then try to explain them. It is not a study project. It is a job internship where I am required to work for, okay, your company for a period of 1 month in any of these positions. Okay. So Vedesh, in detail for your benefit as well as others who are hesitating to ask the same question, I explained once again in detail. So
Yes, sir.
over and above this, whether Vedesh has any doubts or any other student has any doubt, you please ask.
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
If the meeting ends, okay, you know the process. Okay, you have to join the same meeting again. Okay, immediately. Vedesh, any other doubts?
No, sir.
So now it is clear, you know how to approach a company.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Got
he
to
is
know, sir.
confident. Yes, very good.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. I think Ganesh has okay obtained an internship, right? Ganesh, you are there?